¿Tan fuerte la batería?
Sí.
Vamos a hacerlo una vez más. This is a Dash Ram 2500 with a 5.9 liter engine, and this is a diesel, of course, 24 valves. Now there is a problem with this vehicle. It's not turning on anymore. It cranks, but it won't start. So what happens is that some mechanics came and they replaced some parts, and nothing happened. The vehicle is still the same. So I have come here to diagnose the problem, see if I can bring a solution to the problem. And we have the codes here: p0237 for the map sensor, and p0177, p0177 for the water and fuel sensor, p0230, which is for the transfer pump circuit. Also I have the code p1689. No communication between the ECM or power control module, engine power control module, and the injection pump. Alright, and the first thing I'm gonna do is exchange this two. This is for the fuel pump here. These relays. It's kind of dark here. We're gonna disconnect the fuel pump right there. Now we're gonna open the ignition switch to see if there is that's the first thing we're gonna do. Ahí, ya. And the injection pump, or the VP44, is receiving fuel. So the problem here, it should be either in the injection pump or the wires or something like that. So we're not gonna be testing anything from there, like the transfer pump or something like that. We're just gonna start testing from this, from here, from the wires and from the injection pump. So we disconnected here already. We already disconnected here to make some tests on the wires to make sure everything is fine with the wires, or there is a problem with the wires. So now I'm gonna be checking this pin here, the pin number 7. You count like this. If you put the connector of the injection pump like this, in this position, 1, 2, 3. This one does not count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way in the corner here. So that's we're gonna be checking the wire right now. All right, so the red multimeter lead here on pin number 7. By the way, this pin number 7 here is pin 87 on the relay, on the injection pump relay. Positive here. And we're gonna look for a good ground. Very good. The ignition switch is on. Don't forget to open the ignition switch. So that is good right there. So everything is good with this wire. So we're gonna move to the next step. And this is the diagram here. See the fuel pump relay right there. The fuel pump relay is a pin 87 right there, and it's a red, light green, the wire. And this is the fuel pump, the fuel injection pump right there. As you can see, pin number 7, red, light green. Right now what I'm gonna do is this is the connector of the fuel injection pump. This is pin number 1 here, is the ground. I'm gonna put it here. And I have set my multimeter to volts here. If everything is good, if the voltage is good here with ground and everything, I'm gonna be checking the ground here and see if everything is good with the wire. And this is pin number 23 on the PCM. So we're gonna check the voltage. And that is good right there. And that means this wire, the ground here is good, but the voltage is good. And this is the diagram here. You already saw we were checking pin number 23 on the engine control module right there, and that is minus, that is ground. See, color is black right there. It's pin number 1 on the fuel injection pump, as you can see. Now I'm measuring the ohms, the resistance. This is the connector here for the injection pump, and that's on pin number 2. On pin number 2 right there, back probing. The wire, the color of the wire is white again. It's this one here on the corner. This one here on the corner here. And I have the alligator right there. And on pin number 13. On pin number 13 right there on the PCM. The color is white too. It's also white. And I have the alligator right there to the multimeter. On the computer right there. I read the instructions right there. If you have less than 5 ohms, you have to go to the next step, which is step number 6. So I'm good with that because I have less than 5 ohms. Right now we are measuring the ohms again, and the same pin right there on the PCM, and that is, let's see, and that is pin 13 again, and the white color. A lot of steps to take on the same wire right there. So that's the ohms, measuring the ohms. Sometimes it moves because my friend moves it there, but because he's making a good ground right there. And so as you can see, I have more than 5 ohms. So if I have less than 5 ohms, then I have a problem in the wire, but that circuit is good. So gonna move to the next step. Ahí está bien. And here it is. As you can see, if you have if the resistance is less than 5 ohms, then repair the data link connector circuit right there. But in this case, I have more than 5 ohms, so I'm okay with that. And here I am with the software and using a 12-volt test light. Check the fuel injection pump ground circuit to plus B, to the battery in this case, the positive, and I make sure the test light illuminates bright. If it doesn't, then you have to repair the ground circuit. Or either, I mean, it says it clear here, either you go to the next step here, or either you go to this step here. It depends on what you get on every step. And using the multimeter, measure the resistance on the data link connector plus circle here. If the resistance is below 5 ohms, go to step 6. If not, you have to repair the circuit. Let's go to the next step here. Disconnect both. Now I want to make something clear. I've been having the engine control module disconnected at all times. The connector seems like it's connected there, but it's not. The bolt was removed. We started doing tests while the connector was on the air, but we had problems. It was moving too much, so we just put it by hand, but it has been disconnected. So using a multimeter, measure the data link connector plus circuit to ground. If the resistance is below 5 ohms, then repair the circuit. So I was okay with these two. I was okay with all of this test. Otherwise, you have to repair the short to ground. With a multimeter again, measure the resistance on the data link connector minus circuit. If the resistance below 5 ohms, then go to step 8. If not, you have to do the repairs again here. And you already know which is minus and which is plus. Using the multimeter, measure the data link connector minus circuit to ground in this case. In my case, I was also good with this because I got much more than 5 ohms, above 5 ohms here. So at this point, basically, you're done, and all the tests all the wires were good, all the signals, powers, grounds, and everything. All right, and after finishing with all the instructions here, I have reached a diagnosis here, and fuel injection pump has to be replaced. That is not working. All wires, all signals, power, grounds, everything is good, and every wire is good. So the fuel injection pump is not good. That has to be replaced. Someone else will be replacing the fuel pump. I just came here for the diagnose. Thanks for watching the video, and God bless you all.
Vaya hasta la principal de la bomba de inyección. Lo tenemos